What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at Scion.com.
Students at Southern High School had an early start to their day this morning, with the morning bell ringing at 6:50 for the first time today. The Dolphins are on a new bell schedule meant to correct busing problems in the elementary and middle schools in the southern part of the island. While the change was only announced to parents last Wednesday, Superintendent John Fernandez says the adjustment was made based on input from parents at Southern and other schools.
The trouble is that we're having a hard time juggling the schedules with the buses, so that our elementary school students are sometimes getting to school a little bit later than we prefer. Middle school students are getting home close to 5 p.m. in some parts of the South, and it's just not working because of the way the schedule is between the buses picking up and dropping off students at all of our high school, middle school, and elementary schools.
Classes at Southern used to begin at 7:45 a.m. with the day ending at 2:45 p.m. But under the new schedule, classes begin 55 minutes earlier and school is dismissed at 1:20. Superintendent Fernandez was at the school for dismissal this afternoon and said student input was mostly positive.
Some of our students are a little groggy-eyed because this is the first day and they know they need more sleep to get adjusted, but they're also looking forward to it because a day when the day ends earlier, they have more time for after-school activities, for their studies, and also some of them want to work and help their families, and we want to give them that opportunity as well.
Some students began waiting for their buses as early as 5 a.m. this morning, but Fernandez says there's no reason for students to be at their bus stops any earlier than 5:30.
We know there were some snags in the morning in terms of the information about when kids should show up at their bus stops. The information we're getting from DPW is this, that they should not be at their stops any earlier than 5:30, and those are the first stops in some of our southernmost villages. They don't need to be there earlier than 5:30 in the morning. A more detailed schedule will be made available when DPW finalizes it, but none of this showing up at the bus stop before 5 or anywhere close to that.
In Telefofo, some students arrived at their bus stop by 5 a.m., even though the bus didn't come until 5:45. Fernandez isn't sure who told students to arrive that early. A news release on the bell schedule change sent last week said that while school begins 55 minutes earlier now, the bus pickup time would only be adjusted by 15 to 20 minutes. This afternoon, the superintendent said he'd also be monitoring the bus pickup at the Southern elementary and middle schools to make sure the Dolphins' early release didn't cause problems for them.
Anything that goes that we need to address, we will definitely address in partnership with the school and with DPW.
John F. Kennedy High School also begins the day earlier than most public high schools, with the first bell for the Islanders ringing at 7:05 a.m. Ukadu, George Washington, and Simon Sanchez High Schools still begin their days around 7:45. Betsy Brown, PNC News.